This MTG box analysis will focus on the opening of a Lord of the Rings draft booster box that took place on July 14th, 2023. We'll begin by taking a look at the cards that we were eligible to obtain from a draft booster pack and compare that to the cards that we actually saw. Then we'll review set coverage, coverage by rarity, and duplication. To establish a baseline for value, we'll analyze the value of the set and then break down the actual observed value in the box, both by foil and non-foil. Finally, we'll conclude with a summary. If you want to go deeper into the analysis and see all of the metrics for this box and more than 125 others, simply join the channel at the Give Me the Data level. Let's get things started with a comparison of the cards in the box to the cards that we were eligible to see. Using this chart, we can see the non-foils we observed in green, the foils we observed in orange, and the cards that we were eligible to see from the set in gray as the baseline. In the non-foil space, we saw a variance of 10 cards between the primary colors of Magic, with red having the least at 78 and blue having the most with 88. Also in the non-foil space, we saw 3 showcase and 15 borderless cards. In the foil space, we saw between 1 and 2 cards for each of the primary colors of Magic, along with a single foil showcase and borderless card. Moving into coverage, in the non-foil space, we saw 230 of the 372 cards, giving us 62% coverage of the cards that we are eligible to see. Our highest coverage among the primary colors of Magic was in blue with 95% coverage of the set. In the foil space, we saw 12 of the 372 cards, giving us just 3% coverage of the cards that we were eligible to see. And while 3% coverage isn't great, we were in alignment with the pack odds, with a foil appearing in 1 in every 3 packs. Pivoting the coverage by rarity, we ended up seeing 97% of the commons and 65% of the uncommons that we were eligible to see in non-foil. We also saw 28 unique rares, giving us 29% coverage, and 5 non-foil mythics for 14% coverage. In the foil space, we saw 6% of the commons and 3% of the uncommons, along with a single rare for 1% coverage and a single foil mythic for 3% coverage. In total, we saw 32 rares and 7 mythics within the box topper and the 36 packs. This does include duplication of 3 rares. And speaking of duplication, we ended up seeing 156 cards duplicated 298 times for a box duplication rate of 55%. Within that duplication, we saw 28 playsets, 18 were straight up playsets, 8 of them had 5 occurrences, and 2 of the cards were even repeated 6 times in the box. Before we take a look at the value in today's draft booster box, let's review the value of the cards that we could have pulled. This chart shows all the cards from the main set that we can pull from a draft booster pack using non-foil market prices as of July 12, 2023. Currently, the set features 28 cards valued over $10. Here's a look at the market prices for the top 6. Of note, Gandalf the White has dropped a bit since Monday, and now coming in at 6th place is the borderless Aragon the Uniter. In draft packs, you can also pull 12 cards valued between $5 and $10 and 42 cards valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 290 cards are currently valued less than $1. Now, if you were to add up the market value of all 372 cards using non-foil prices, you'd be looking at a grand total of $767.33. All right, now let's take a look at how we did, starting off in the non-foil space. In today's box, we ended up seeing 5 non-foil cards valued over $10, which is pretty impressive for a draft booster box. We saw Nazgul number 332 and 335, which are valued between $13 and $15. We also saw Last March of the Ents, valued at $14.10, Sauron the Dark Lord, valued at $20.09, and finally the Orcish Bowmasters, which have rebounded slightly recently to $36.67. We also picked up 3 non-foils valued between $5 and $10 and 12 non-foils valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 508 non-foils in the box are currently valued less than $1. Now in the foil space, we didn't see any cards valued over $10 and only a single card valued over $5, which was the showcase Tom Bombadil, currently valued at $7.45. The other 11 foils in the box are currently valued less than $1. So how did this box perform? Well, I purchased this box through TCG Player during pre-order season for $150.48, not including taxes. The current market price for these boxes as of July 12th is slightly higher at $163.53. Today's draft booster box contained 36 packs, each with 15 cards, allowing us to see 540 cards plus a box topper. In today's box, we saw 34 tokens, which have a market value of $4.21. The 37 basic lands that we pulled are valued at $7.17. The 351 commons in the box were valued at $18.68, and the 114 uncommons are valued at $43.25. The 32 rares have a current market value of $76.53, and the 6 main set mythics that we pulled are valued at $54.94. Finally, our box topper was the Castle Ardenvale, currently valued at $7.68 in foil. Add it all up, and the grand total for this box comes up to be $212.46 in market value, which is a gain of $61.98 over the price I paid, which means that I saw a return of 141% of my purchase price in card value. Now, for those of you interested in cards valued just over $2, the numbers look like this. In total, we saw 14 cards valued over $2 in this box, and they have a current combined value of $151.08, which means that those 14 cards represent 71% of the total box value and just about paid for the box. Get early access to videos, download the analysis for every box open on the channel, and personally DM me, just like these fine people, all by becoming a member of the channel through YouTube or over at mtgboxanalysis.com. You'll find links in the description. Until next time, do something amazing.